Hi guys, and happy weekend. So hopefully everybody had a decent week last week, even though we know that last week Mercury met Pisces, right? And we've had a lot of oversensitivity. We've had a lot of over emotions, and we will continue this trend all the way till April, right? So hair talk today, as you can see, I bleached my hair last Sunday. I believe it was either last Sunday or last Sunday night. So about a week ago. My roots are already growing in, as you can see, and I'm about to buzz it again because I really want to keep it really short and then eventually bleach it again. So now that we're done with the hair talk, a lot of people have said, do you regret it? And do you miss your long hair? The answer is no. If I were to regret one thing, it would be not doing this before. For those of you that have known me for a while, you guys know that about 10 years ago, this is how I had my hair. The only reason why I let it grow was because of my little girl. She then went to get a really short pixie cut, so I was like, okay, now it's my mommy's turn. Let's get back to just my style, right? So no, I love this, and I will probably be keeping it this way for a very long time. Now today we are doing our weekly card pull. There we go, we're talking backwards, for the week of February 10th to February 16th. And the deck that we're using today, it's called the Love Oracle card, and this cards can be used for basically anything. I love their style. They're very simple looking, they're very tiny, but they are that kind of card that really dive deep into all aspects of energy, right? So let's go ahead and shuffle our deck and take a look. And first we're going to take a look at the energy with our tarot, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the astrology, right? So pretty fast. What's happening next week is literally we have Valentine's Day, for those of you that celebrate Valentine's Day, which is, just any other day to celebrate love, right? But we also have that Mercury retrograde happening next Sunday, the 16th. Now remember, because retrograde is going to be happening in Pisces, it's going to be a retrograde that we're probably going to feel all the way till April. So after we pull our cards, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Let's go ahead and choose our cards, and what we're going to do is we're going to go with 5 again. We're going to go with 6. Let's go with 6 instead of 5. So check it out. On the week of Valentine's Day, we got the love card, right? And the love card is all about unconditional love. This is not the kind of card that's talking about relationships. This card is talking about the relationship with you. So it's pretty synchronistic to see the love card show up for us on the week of Valentine's week. And what we see here is all about self-love, all about your oneness, all about your passion. This week, really dive into your passion, really dive into being affectionate to yourself, giving yourself the self-love that you need, the self-care that you need. Self-love doesn't have to always look pretty. Self-love isn't only just getting massages, getting our nails done. We love doing that, but it's more than that. It's really being gentle to yourself, especially on those days that you need to be more compassionate and more patient with yourself. The next card that we have is Heart with a Key. I don't know what's happening with my talking today. Seems like I cannot talk, right? So the Heart with a Key is all about welcoming love. So because we're on Valentine's week, what we see here is working with the heart chakra. Now, a lot of times we lock ourselves behind these walls because we don't want to get hurt, but we don't realize that by doing this, we're also pushing an opportunity away. So seeing this is opening your heart, working with your heart chakra, getting together with people that you love, getting together with people that really spark up your flame, right? So what we see with Heart with a Key is working with your heart chakra, maybe meditation, maybe working with binaural beats, right? To open that up, right? To work with yourself, to begin to trust again. Now, the next one that we see is the card of basically soulmates. Now, in this particular deck, soulmate means the soul contract. Soulmate is talking about the agreement of our journey. So what we see with soulmates is the card that says, look within and really trust your wisdom. So many times you've had that gut feeling, so many times you've had this intuitive pull, and you don't pay attention to it. What happens then is that you find yourself saying, oh, I should have trusted my instincts. So definitely this week, work on trusting your inner wisdom. Work on following your own knowledge. You are very knowledgeable. You're just not believing in yourself. You have a lot of wisdom that a lot of people around you will enjoy to hear. You just have to get past that self-doubt, right? Now, the next one that we see is a healing heart, which is amazing because we have this full moon. The full snow moon is happening Sunday, right? So seeing the healing heart, this is a time for you to heal. Let's say you've been going through heartbreak, heal yourself. How do I heal? Is I am more patient with myself. I allow myself whatever time it takes for me to move forward. The biggest mistake that we see is when people go through heartbreak, other people that may not mean wrong are telling them, aren't you over them yet? Shouldn't you start doing this? Guys, there is no amount of right time for healing to take place. Some people can heal in 6 months. Some people can heal in 4 months. Some people can heal in 3 years. However long it takes you, that is the time that you need to give yourself. This is also seeing within, seeing what toxic relationships you are around, that it's time for you to detach from, that it's time for you to maybe cut the cords. If it's not helping you grow and you realize it's a one-sided street, then it's time to cut that out, right? So the next one that we see is making healthy choices. I love that we have this card prior to that Mercury retrograde, because this is all about following your journey, trusting your instinct in order for it to guide you to make a healthy choice for yourself. Your energy knows what's good for you. But what happens is we tend to think a lot. So our analyzing and our overanalyzing then creates self-doubt. I know what I need, but by the time that I want to reach for it, I'm doubting it because I'm thinking about it way too much. So this is bringing in self-love, bringing in self-care in order to feel happier. Little things that you do for yourself will make you, it will just make a world of a difference. So my question to you is, when was the last time you dedicated a day for yourself, or even an hour, right? Go ahead, type it away, tell me. It's been a long time, right? So I think the time is now, especially this week, where we focus on celebrating love. But I am the person that all of my life I've always been like, let's celebrate unconditional love. Let's celebrate ourselves, right? Now, the next one, look at this, guys. We got the Phoenix as the last card. Now, the Phoenix means you are entering a new cycle. You're going to be entering a new phase. Something is rekindling. Remember, we do not want to rekindle any kind of relationships during Mercury retrograde, but there is a sense of renewal headed your way, right? You are in the middle of this beautiful, massive transformation. We know that while we're going through transformation, it does not feel beautiful, but the aftermath is, right? So hang on tight, because there's growth headed your way. This is a time that if you want to change your mind about something because it does not feel right for you, go ahead and change your mind, right? So we see this week, I love these cards, as you guys could see. Once again, this is called the Love Oracle cards. Even though they have the name love on it, I like to use this oracle cards for everything, right? Now, let's take a look at the astro energy for February 10th to February 16th. We know that Friday is Valentine's Day, right? But Mercury throws a major wrench into our plans by going retrograde for the first time this year on Sunday, February 16th. Something I tell people is the first retrograde of the year and the last retrograde of the year are the strongest. I don't know what it is, but they have the strongest pull. Now, whenever a planet goes retrograde, it appears to be going backwards, and signals the time to review whatever that planet represents. Now, Mercury goes retrograde 3 to 4 times a year, which is more than any other planet. Because Mercury is closest to the sun, its retrograde is felt by everyone. A Mercury retrograde period lasts about 3 weeks and brings problems in communications, technologies, breakdown, nervous anxiety, and travel delays. Now, I want you to pay attention to that nervousness and that anxiety because Mercury is in Pisces. So this is going to be enhancing you feeling a little more nervous, you feeling a little more anxious all the way till April. right? So you could do a few things. You could practice the breath of fire. You could practice meditation. You could do a lot of binaural beats. Just make sure that at the end of the day, you're taking time for yourself. When you're feeling this anxiety and this nervousness, look within and see where it's coming from. Don't run from it. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be moody. Everybody makes this such a taboo thing, but you know what? It's part of being a human being. So instead of trying to have your shit together, sorry for saying it like that, but it's true. Let's see what's causing this. And when you're feeling anxious and nervous, be gentle with yourself. Do not beat yourself up for this, right? Now, when we see Mercury in Pisces during this retrograde, which makes it more problematic because logical thinking gets bogged down by foggy ideas, daydreams, and escapism. So what you might want to do this a whole retrograde all the way to April, carry a little satchel with you that has citrine, fluorite, and clear quartz. This will help you stay more focused, especially on the days that we're like daydreaming and being in an island away from our desk and just hanging out, right? Now, Mercury is not a good time to assume that what anyone is saying is really what they mean. We have miscommunication, especially if you're texting somebody or sending messages. Do not take everything to heart. Another thing, we're in Pisces, right? In Aquarius season. So what happens here is that basically everybody is a little bit oversensitive. So it'll affect us two ways. You're either oversensitive, over emotional, or you'll find yourself that you have absolutely no emotions that day and you feel a little bit like Dexter, and everybody's emotions is knowing yourself. Wherever you happen to be, take it easy with yourself, right? So basically, what we're seeing here is a good thing that's happening. And like I said, Mercury is our friend. He's not an enemy. If a god needs rest from messages and delivering messages and news, then it should show us a lesson that we also should slow down a little bit. Right now, the other significant event this week happens on Sunday, February 16th, when Mars moves into Capricorn. This passage gives a green light to starting a project, and success rests on focusing on the duties and responsibilities of the job. So Mars does so well in Capricorn because Capricorn rules and regulations provide just the right structure for the Mars engine to get to the finish line first. This is actually a good thing because Mercury is going to be pulling you to finish things that you left undone. So seeing that energy is a good one to use to finish these projects. You guys know that we make plans, we start things, we don't finish them, but they turn into anxiety later on, right? So my advice for these coming weeks, coming months until April, be gentle with yourself. If you're feeling anxious, give yourself love. Give yourself the self-care you need. Stop trying to be this perfect person. Stop trying to always have your shit together. It's okay to not be okay, right? Feel that and release it. Just don't stay there too long, right? So if you guys ever have any questions, if you guys ever want to chat, you know that I'm here. Feel free to follow my Instagram, That Witch Tarot Shop. Feel free to follow the Facebook, same question. And I do have a few openings left for May. I'm so thankful that you guys keep me so busy. And if you want to schedule your reading, schedule a workshop, get your candles, whatever it is that you want, check the shop out at www.lightwitchtarotshop.com. We've been around, or I've been around for about 24 years. It is a one-woman shop ran by two men in the background. We have Josh, our packing and basically the whole business side of it, and our crystal dude, and then we also have Brad, which is the magician, right? When it comes to anything that you see on the online part, that is all him. So I will see you guys again next weekend. I hope that you guys have an amazing week. Lots of love and light to you all. I love you, and blessed be. Bye-bye.